أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. The topic is what is worship. There are lots of questions you can really ask about worship. What is worship? Or who do we worship? What does it really mean to worship? What's the essence of it? It's a big subject, huge subject. Inshallah, you young guys can write books, not only one value, more than one. So it is not we first concentrate on how the process of worship takes place. What is how the notion of worship develops. So we said, if you start from God, that we worship God. First of all, this concept is just, to me, a kind of imaginary concept because you don't know what you are doing. It's not realistic as far as your conditions are concerned. Because you said, I worship God. What do you mean, I worship God? What do you really mean that you are worshiping God, let alone the word worship? In this context, the word God is problematic. Why? God. Excuse me, your name's Aisha? Okay, Aisha. When I say Aisha, it means nothing. Why? Because it's Aisha, it's a name. It's a proper name. Be careful about this. It's a proper name. It doesn't introduce any of your qualities to me. But let's say, I don't know what your profession, maybe you might have told me. Social worker. So let's say, social worker Aisha. For example, my father's name is Ahmed, was Ahmed, rahmahullah. So my father Ahmed. It is so important that if I say Ahmed, it means nothing. If I say my father Ahmed, my taker care is Ahmed, my protector is Ahmed, yeah. So my helper is Ahmed, my teacher is Ahmed. So my let's say engineer, the engineer of this building is Ahmed. So Ahmed starts gaining qualities. So it starts making sense to you. So you start connecting yourself, my father, he takes care of me. So we have to have more substantial qualities in our world in order to understand or in order to connect, refer our beings to God. So if you look at the Old Testament, your Lord is God, your Lord is God. Read the Old Testament, every page, your Lord is God, your Lord is God. Rabbukumullah Arabic, in Old Testament Arabic, in also Quran, Rabbukumullah, Rabbukumullah, Fa'budullah, Rabbakum. Why this Rabbukumullah? Your Lord is God. Why this is all in the traditions, the most ancient prophetic tradition that we available to us is the Old Testament. The others, this Old Testament is really tried to be protected. So why is that the Lord comes before God? So through Lord and the Lordship that we go, it means my father Ahmed. You said, it's your father. Ahmed is the name, proper name. Is it not important? No, it is important to identify this person, but it doesn't give me or it doesn't introduce me any of his qualities. Do you understand? Any of his qualities. Yeah, that is important. That's why we studied and a kind of confusing, or of course it is not in order to confuse, in order to draw your attention to the importance of this difference when we say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And identify immediately, who is this God? I don't know. Rabbul Alameen, the one who takes care of, sustains this universe. So when you say Iyyaka na'budu, did I say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen? What does it mean? Praise be to God. Who's God? The sustainer of the universe. Alameen, all words, all kinds of words you can imagine. So when you say Iyyaka na'budu wa Iyyaka nasta'in, you alone we worship. Who do we worship now? The problem, God or Rabbul Alamin. They are the same, but how can I process this? So worship from there. I am worshiping, acknowledging the sustainer of my life, who is called God. That process is essential. The Quran is replete of the examples of this, but we will go through. We studied this last week, and we studied this one also last week. So, for example, here, the Quran addresses to human beings says, worship your Lord. Even your Lord, the sustainer. Who is your Lord? Even closer explanation comes here. Who has created the stars in this verse? No, not mentioned. Or the word you. It means experience the creatorship or createdness within your own being. It means you say that somebody is giving me existence. Somebody is creating, giving me existence. Now, right now. Where did I get my existence right now from? Huh? So worship is established from your own existence, questioning it. Where did I get this? So from where? You understand that, this universe does belong to someone. But if you don't start yourself, forget about it. You're worshiping, to me, forget about it. Also the big claim, huh? If you don't start your own experience, for example, the most, shall I be nasty again, most ridiculous sentence, we Muslims worship one God. Means nothing. Means nothing. It's just baseless, empty claim.
But you're not just saying we worship God, you're saying we worship one God, so that also gives some definition to the meaning.
Yeah. So come this definition, if you need definition, so when we say God, I am, if you like, throwing myself into an unknown unknown realm. Unknown realm sounds mystical. Yeah? Rather than finding or putting ourselves in a mystical world, it doesn't mean that God is mystical. I'm not saying, as far as I'm concerned, my practical life is concerned, I am speaking. This mystical realm, it must be real for us. Real. It means start from here. start from your own createdness. Think about it. Of course, you rather than putting your, to me, only imagination into the unknown realm, releases you from the responsibility of concentrating on your own existence. So it becomes something, for some people, superfluous. It does have nothing to do with your reality. But the Quran says, no, you have to start from yourself. You have to start from yourself. Think about yourself 1,000 times, only once come to a conclusion. I have a creator. I'm being created, existence, given existence, and this one can only be the one who created the whole universe. That's why I say I worship God, who is my creator. Look at this logical, if we like, conclusion. I worship God, who is my creator. But if you don't start from yourself and from your own reality, you cannot come back. You say, I worship God, who is somewhere there, finish. It doesn't mean that you deny. No. The awareness I am talking, the connection I am talking, the reality that your heart feels confident I am talking about. When you say, I worship God, I know what I'm doing. That process starts from there. From my own existence and who is operating on me. Not giving existence to me, he is giving existence to my mind, he is giving existence to my hands, he is giving existence to my emotions, he is giving existence, the one who has created me, giving existence to everything that I am attached to, I am related to. When I drink water, it is created by the one who created me. When I breathe in, it is created by the one who created me. When I realize that, my lungs are cleaning my body, it is directly created by my creator, the one who created me. Because they are not separate entities. They are directly related to me, connected to me. So you go and then say, the one who created the whole universe, that is the object of worship. And of course, a whispering comes from your inner world now, says, who is that? He's my creator. That's why for this reason, people wanted, historically, people wanted to make it more substantial, although of course everybody knows that in Old Testament, or let's put it in a precise sense, not Old Testament, New Testament is an argumentative method. In Old, New, what do you mean by New? Why do you make it old? Yeah, that's why they say, no, they don't like that. It's all right. In the Tanakh, or Torah, as we know, in Torah, I missed the point. What was going to say about Old Testament? In the Old Testament, the word children, the word father, and Abba, in reality, Rabba, my Lord. Yeah, it is the word. So my Lord is turned into Abba, turned into Father. So, but they never meant in the Torah, it never means father and son relationship. It's symbolic, it's obvious. But later on in Christianity, it took a little bit, father, but not really biological father. Some people, very rare though, most of the Christians don't believe that, biological father. But father figure is a Rab figure in Islam. Rab, if you like, Abba. Yep. So it means Rabbi. It means Rabbi in the Arabic word. Yeah? In the Quranic word, Rabbi. So what does it mean? We want to associate God to us in a way that it makes sense to us and something you can feel it, you can experience it, you can assure it with your own mind, with your own heart. That how you establish your sense of worship, appreciation, or your sense of thankfulness, gratefulness, this kind of thing. I'm very pleased that you have given me my existence. I'm very pleased that this word is, you provide this word for me. And I am very pleased that I exist because you gave me existence. Aren't you happy? Well, say something that I'm not happy, then let's take it out and you will see. Yeah? For example, I'm not happy with my nose, and let's take it out and you will see. For example, so you are happy, so express your gratitude. So this gratitude, expressing this gratitude with your feelings, with your mind, with your body, because you are all. You are not only feelings, you are not only heart, you are not only mind, you are not only body. So with your own humanity, express your gratitude. That is worship. So it becomes more tangible, more real, more experiential. It makes sense. Right. That is not only the Quran introduces, all the scriptures, if you like. The scriptures are available for us. Yeah?
Okay, so let's go back to the point of your reality and how you sort of interpret your existence. Okay, so we take for granted that you eat, you wake up, you walk, you do all these sort of mundane practices, if you may. But what if we want to understand our relationship with our Lord in the other daily experiences that we have, like how you, I don't know, where you are in society, your work interaction with your family, your spouse, your partner, whatever, all these experiences that I think most of the day would be much more concrete than other things that you have to consciously think about. Oh, when I'm eating, it's such a blessing that we were eating and it's being digested and it's sort of fulfilling me. How can we move from this to the other ones? To how can we, to sort of being able to interpret your other daily practices in the same way as. And that's also part of your reality, and I think it's much more concrete of reality.
That's a good point. Thank you, Dr. So it helps me to really develop on the subject even deeper and delve in it. Yeah. Now, if you remember in our halakas that we are learning here, we are not learning really religion as it is known. No, it's not. What we are talking is not religion to certain type of people. It's philosophy maybe. That's a waste of time maybe. So let them think so. But it's essential of religion really. The essence of religion is this, solving your practical, personal experience and establishing it on a sound base. So we say, look, don't start from God. Don't start from Lord anything. Start from your own reality. So use the means, whatever you are doing now. You gave the example of eating and enjoying it, and your body is digesting it. You can chew it. So you taste it. It's a beautiful things that you are experiencing. You are happy with. right? Question the existence of that event. Forget about God and created everything. The question of existence of that event first and foremost. If you are not seeing, if you like, sustainership, lordship, manifesting itself in the action you are interacting, then the problem starts from there. It means division. Division from what? Division between the world and religious life. There is no such division. It is hypothetical. It's not real. It's not real. There is nothing outside of the world which is called sacred and profane. If you really think about the existence of the things themselves, nothing is profane. What is profane? Or in the Islamic terminology, profane means really unbelief. Yeah? I mean, they say worldly or dirty, yeah, dirty things shouldn't be. That's unbelief. No, the profane does not exist. There is nothing worldly and otherworldly. But it exists in our perception. Either I block my perception of the reality of the objects, or by myself, forget about it, or concentrate on the reality of the object. So first thing we have to ask, what is this happening here? Whatever it is, whatever it is. Where did it come from? What is it? How come that it exists? Every time we say never, never separate, divide the world. Worldly, materialist, spiritual, etc. No, there's one existence. Whatever it is, whatever the nature of it, may be a rock, maybe air, atmosphere, maybe your thought, maybe your imaginations, maybe your heart. Whatever. They exist. They exist. Your wishes, they exist. Question the existence of it. Start from there. Now, the profanity and sacredness comes from your attitude towards it, your perception of it. You can block or wear a black glass, a pair of glasses, everything becomes black. Or transparent glasses, clear, everything becomes colorful. The things are the same, but we make it profane by denying their reality for ourselves. For ourselves. So start from the objects themselves and establish a relationship first between yourself and the object that you are interacting now. That is why we said, when we say, I worship God, just a minute, what do you mean by? Where did you get this idea? If this person doesn't start from the existence of himself or herself, it means no base. No base. Claim, tradition. Totally wrong. No, they must have, everybody has 1% or 0.1%. The limit is, they must say, this world must have a creator. That's obvious, isn't it? And give the totality of the world to God and act himself as they are. And from time to time, they need to do something religious. So never forget Friday prayers, or Sunday church, whatever this, they have ministerial activities they have in the church, joining them. The same thing. Separating the world. That's why we have to start from the existence of the things. Question them. Question. First, you got the fruit, for example, you are going to read and bite it. How come did I bite? What are these? Where did they come from? The dentist is smiling. So where did they come from? there's a meat, and within the meat, the strongest bone. But perfectly designed there for the function of them. Well, how come? Why these are, they say, this is a ridiculous thing. Why the front bones, teeth, are sharp and the others are not? Because otherwise you cannot buy. It's a good engineering. So because of this, that what you have to even be more admired, rather than say, "Don't yes, I know what it is. Why is it for? Why the world is round, for example, circle." So otherwise it wouldn't really turn around perfectly, or we would jump up like that. In the turmoil on the sea, we are on a ship in the sea, there's a storm. So I explained it. But who made the ship? Who made the ocean? What is the source of the existence of ocean? What is the source of the existence of the wind, the waves, or whatever? They are all perfectly ordered, designed, and given existence, and continuously changing. Start from there, you solve the problem. Ask the question, don't run away into religiosity. So ask the question directly to the object you are interacting. You're starting from yourself, of course. That's why this verse, for example, human beings, worship your Lord who has created you. And those before it means really, don't say that, my father and mother, were the reason for me to come. They cannot say, especially if they are coming from a religious background, created me, because creates a big word, isn't it? So, not created, but, they were the cause for my being here. But the cause means creator. The cause to exist. The reason to exist. Is it an escapism, isn't it? In thinking. So you and your father as well is created. Your mother as well. Your grandparents as well, created. So you cannot really go back saying that because of this happened, and because of this happened, cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect, and the sequence of the cause and effect, or determinist lean. Where is God? Up there sitting on his throne. It's nothing to do with you. And it is anyway beyond the scope of your perception. I don't know. God is unknown. They start smiling and laughing at you. They believe in something unknown. Because they don't know. Just made up a story. That is a story. And who's right? The one who says, I believe in God, or the one who says, this is a story? Who's right? As a human being. It's obvious the answer is that. The one who says, this is a story. Yeah. If you believe in God in this sense, it's a story. Not a story in the mythology. We have to be realistic. It doesn't mean that we should end up. No. You should start the journey first. Can you say that I'm going to Washington? So I am in Washington. But you have to start the journey from New York. When I get your ticket or whatever the car or whatever the means vehicle you are going to use, start them. Go, end in Washington and call us, say that I arrived safely, thank God, I'm in Washington now. What we do, we say there exists Washington. I want to go there, I'm in Washington. You are not in Washington. Don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Be realistic. Inshallah, we will learn, God willing, we will learn how to be realistic through the journey of we study the Quran here, but I don't mind studying Torah. I can do the same thing, alhamdulillah. Okay. Also, we studied this. Now, look at this verse. Everybody is familiar of this verse. Okay? Who would like to read it? Who knows how to read Arabic? MashaAllah, look at this. You know, where did you learn? Did you go to Syria or Egypt? Okay.
I can read, but I don't understand.
Okay, at least one step ahead. Okay. Say, oh, it means you don't know how to drive the car, but you don't have a car. All right, it's all right. It is good. You know, you have a license.
I might be in Washington.
You are not in Washington yet, but you have the car there waiting in front of the house. Take the journey, inshallah. Yeah.
Ikra bismi rabbikal lazi khalaqa.
Okay. Very simple. You said, oh, we have heard 1,000 times talk on the subject. Eh? Ikra. So what does it mean? Yeah? Just read it. Somebody? Do you know how to read English? You know? English. Okay, read it.
Read in the name of your sustainer who has created.
Yeah. I said half of the people in the audience will leave the place. Why? Again, Iqra. No, don't you know anything else from the Quran? No, we will study from another perspective. Well, let's see whether you have heard of it or not. Now, this is almost agreed by majority of the scholars of the Quran that this is the first verse revealed to the prophet, the one who received this message, and he didn't know anything. Even he didn't know that there is such revelation. God speaks. Now, he was just questioning his own, that's my understanding, and not personal, but, you know, don't take from me, but I am conveying it to you. I learned from many other scholars. He was just thinking of, wondering about the creation. What's this verse? You know, what on earth we are here? Not what tribalism, we're killing people each other. How can I solve this problem? He's not a politician. He is an ordinary man, innocent man, not even didn't know how to read and write, but he was really wondering about himself. What does it mean that I'm here? Right? What does it mean? What's going on? So he said, let me concentrate more and more on it, and then went out of the city. Although it wasn't a big city, doesn't matter whether big or not, it's a very small town, if you like. Mecca was in that time, according to some historians, only 1,500 people lived. Somewhere there. It's a small town, insignificant. Very much so. But it has an, if you like, rich heritage, very rich heritage, as far as Abrahamic tradition. But most of the people didn't take much of it. It was almost a forgotten culture. But the prevalent culture was different. So there, the people, this person, Anna, claimed that in a cave, sitting by himself and thinking, to me, the reality of existence. What is this? What is this world? Why am I here? And this strong question, or really legitimate, realistic, very human question, needs a strong answer. Because if this creation now, we are not thinking about the position of Muhammad there, alayhi salam, but for me now, the most serious thing for me, whoever made me must provide an answer to my substantial questions. Because if asking the questions was wrong, I'm sorry, it is his mistake, not me, because he has never been to ask the questions. Do you understand? If someone denies, don't ask the question, no, astaghfirullah, God forbid, you are becoming an unbeliever. Is it wrong to ask the questions? Of course, you should just believe. Then go to my creator. He made a mistake. He gave me something wrong. Do you see what I mean? So it is very human that we have to ask questions. So he was asking the questions, and the answer came. Or to me, to not personally, of course, inshallah, to us, has to come. The answer has to come. Has to come. Because when you ask a serious question, then the answer must be provided. You know, I just say it very quickly. Ud'uni astajib lakum. Pray to me, ask me, definitely I will reply, respond. Astajib lakum, answer, respond. So there is a question, there is answer. Look for it. So the answer was there because there was another person who would really say that, come here, I'll tell you something. There was no other person who was really taking his real existence, the existence of everything actually, seriously as much as Muhammad was. So answer came to him. How did it start? Iqra. Read. What to read? There's no scripture in my hand. Yeah? But emphasizes, I don't know how to read. Okay, let's assume that he knows how to read. Okay, he knew how to read. It is still, what shall I read? Huh? There's nothing to read. Read. It's nonsense. We emphasize on, that's one of the new things that you are hearing. The first thing you heard, Prophet wasn't wondering what is going on in the town. Well, to me, it is a very, every civilization has its peak and downs and ups. So it's normal. Yeah. So my human existential questions. You've never heard that Muhammad was really thinking of his human existential questions, which is more realistic. The other one is just, what is my problem? Because I watched TV last night. It was talking about what somebody said, another person said, another, candidate for the governor in New Jersey said. So if someone says, if someone looks at me, I have a lot of questions. Yes, I have a lot of questions too. What will happen to New York and the future of the United States economics? Because it was my problem. Those people who think of the problems in terms of political connections attribute the same thing to Muhammad as being very much disturbed with the political conditions of Mecca. So, of course, the verse, "Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq," read in the name of your sustainer who has created. This answer has nothing to the political conditions of Mecca at all. I don't know who brought this idea that Muhammad was thinking. We don't know. Just this is a made-up story because of this empathy. If I have a problem, so then I have no job. I have lost my job. I am now unemployed. If somebody else here is unemployed and have the same, he will say, yes, brother, are you unemployed? It means, so am I. This is what I have the same problem, empathy. So if somebody's mind is full of political problems of the society, he really, if you like, puts the same thing, I don't know the exact word in English, covers up with the minds of the same person with the same problems as he is. So I don't think, I never think that this answer, "Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, khalaqa al-insana min 'alaq," has nothing to do with the political or the social conditions of Mecca. It is a human problem. So he must have a human problem. That's one. The second that you didn't hear, أنا ما قارئ. I don't know how to read. ما أنا بقارئ, sorry. I don't know how to read. It is again, okay, in the tradition narrated, what's in the hadith book, but even he knew. Don't you think that you are a reasonable human being? Even I knew. Or somebody came and, said, read. I would say, what shall I read? What shall I read? And I'm in a cave, I don't know. And also there is nothing, no document that I can read. And in reality, Meccan culture was not a scripture culture, reading and writing culture. It was that time, like everybody else, mostly in the world, oral culture. Everyone was narrating. That's why they wanted to really transfer the whatever they are. They were proud of their heritage. They were putting it in a poem, so that would be easier to memorize, to keep, to learn. Why? Because now we don't memorize anything. As soon as you tell me something, what I do, iPhone, and if it is a scripture, something written, take a picture or write it there. I don't have to even hear it. Just heard once is enough. I wrote it there, it is there. It's not in my mind. I am dependent on technology. So that's why another problem of human race now. We are dependent on totally technology. We are not dependent on our human qualities. Our human qualities are being neglected. That's one thing, aside. Oh, that's an aside problem, but it's a big problem. Anyway, just to draw your attention. So I don't know what to read. There's nothing here that even I could read, I wouldn't read. So that's why we have to be more realistic. We shouldn't really hear and just accept it. We have to question, is it really true? They say, if the conditions are really appropriate to interpret the case in this way, I don't think it is. So there is nothing to read. That is important, because when you ask this question, you will see that the verse starts making sense to you. Bismi, Ismi, I don't know anybody with name or anything. Rabbike, your sustainer. Your questions are there. The answers to my questions are there in my sustainer. Read in the name of your sustainer. Further explanation, look at this. Alladhi khalaq. Look at the eloquence of the verse. Alladhi khalaq. Who is the sustainer? Sustains you? The one who gave you existence. Who sustains you? Who else? The one who gave me existence. So what I have to look at now, primarily, to read خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ عَلَقٍ. Look, deliberate, conscious act of creation taking place. You see, you were a piece of, let's say, blood, meat, developed. How a meat becomes a human being. And the senses, all the human qualities, not only the one teeth is a miracle, but the brain or heart or emotions. Can you imagine a piece of meat can be the source of existence of your being? So you understand that Muhammad was even, if you like, immersed in the thought of existence. The problem. What is this problem? What's this word? How it comes? How it happens there? How? So the answer, read. What? The universe. Everything. You are questioning about everything, not the book, no. You are questioning about everything. Read means concentrate on it. Deliberate on it, try to understand the meaning in itself. It doesn't say go and read and find a priest or imam or rabbi so that he will give you the text and you will read the text. No, it is irrelevant, historically irrelevant. No one had any piece of scripture in Mecca at that time. No piece. No. No historical evidence. If you study history of the early Islamic society, the emergence of Islam, there was no scripture, neither from Torah tradition nor from Bible tradition, the Bible tradition. So, New Testament they call. Nothing. No one in Mecca. In Medina, yes, there were some people who claimed to be Jews or following the Mosaic tradition. Okay, but in Mecca, no one knew. It wasn't the culture. So waiting for a text to read was impossible. So the verse is speaking to you and me. In reality, we have, if you go to the libraries, the shelves of the library are full of books. What we do, we forget about reading ourselves. We forget about reading whatever we are interacting with in this world. What are they? Because the question, we have not the question. We don't have the question. The problem, we don't have the question. If you don't have the question, you don't know. If you come to this room, look for the, let's say, a pen you dropped somewhere, you don't see the people. You look at the floor like this. Where did I sit? Where did I sit? There is a man here, quite handsome. Yeah, and you don't notice even. You miss it. But if you come here to look for example, Risala, so where is Risala? He steps on the pencils or pens, doesn't notice that he's even stepping on the it means the objects outside, or the existence of the outside objects doesn't mean anything to you if you are not looking for it. So the answer is your sustainer who has created you is the answer. From the answer we understand what the question was. Yeah? What the question was. So, read these narrations in an analytic way, you will understand. In an imitative way, read and memorize and start narrating, you cannot understand anything. Now, inshallah. So, look at this word. First, we have to read in order to get the answer. Of course, before this, we have to have answer. So we have to have the question. And then we have to read what we are seeing here in the name of, we will study that, in the name. I'm skipping that part because we will study as long as we have time. Or if not today, next day, because it is so essential. Because we've always missed the fundamentals. But let me tell you something. The disease of the age is either straight away denying the reality of religion, or straight away again claiming to be religious. Both of them are baseless. It's a dangerous thing to say, but it's reality. We have to face our reality. We have to understand our reality. Neither denial nor confirming. Accepting is cheap. You have to go mad to deny. You have to be overexcited to confirm. Not, we are Muslims, we are Christians, and Christianity is a nice religion. Judaism is, oh, of course, the best religion. But like this, or the Islam, come on, don't make me laugh, man. Our religion is the best. Oh, of course, so these are baseless claims. We get nothing out of these claims. We have to be realistic. So when we ask the questions here, the answer, since we are studying the Quran, in the Quran, you can study seriously the other scriptures as well, but you have to know how to study this a little bit, how do you say, more complicated to study through the other scriptures. But the Quran is straightforward. So read in the name of your sustainer, but in the name of your sustainer. We will study what does it mean. He didn't really put you directly to sustainer. He put you through the names of sustainer. Yeah? Of course, I'm sure the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, must be puzzled with this word. But he kept, the belief in God existed, right? In the culture. Okay. But for us also, maybe here, and everybody, even the atheists are getting angry with God because they think that they are really unhappy with the people who say that they believe in God. So they are aware of that. So it exists. I understand Rab, I understand God, that I heard about it. But what is this ism? What is ism? So this he must be puzzled about to me, right? Because there's an answer to his question, so he must be really working hard on it. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? So that's it. That is the subject maybe we have to concentrate on one day, allot one class to it. Inshallah, we will do that. Rabbika. الذي خلق. Oh, now think about the creation itself, so you can get the answer.
So it seems like we talk about the most common attribute that is probably mentioned in the Quran is the Rabb and the Sustainer, which is sort of like a present attribute of Allah. Creation being sort of a past attribute because it happened in the past, and say, and maybe Malik of the King of the Day of Judgment being like a future of where you're going to go. But it actually seems like the 99 names of Allah that sometimes we talk about, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, and all these, they're really the 99 answers to different questions.
No, I don't know 99, maybe 999. How do you know? So
Well,
this is
whatever-
one
I
thing.
mean,
This is a tradition. Yeah, okay.
The
this-
tradition of these different names.
Yeah, okay. Doesn't matter. What
Or
does it mean? What
attributes.
does it mean?
But
We
what
will
I'm-
study that.
Right, but what I'm saying is these are essentially the answers. Like most people would ask themselves, who is sustaining me?
Yeah.
And, right, who created me?
Yeah.
But they may also ask, who's granting me mercy?
Yeah.
Who's granting me graciousness? And
Without-
just
if there
who's
is-
the first,
if I'm
who's the
aware
last?
of their existence.
Right,
Yeah.
and they have different questions that they can ask.
Yeah.
And then these attributes are sort of the answers to those
So,
questions.
but now we are starting the journey, if you like, right? But creator, I understood a little bit. I wasn't very sure of what you are saying, but I was a little bit suspicious. Creator means neither in the past nor in the future. Now, if I don't see the creation, act of creation right now, how do I know that it is in the future? I've never experienced it. None of my business. In the future, I don't know. So creation must be experienced right now. It means the existence, which is more neutral word, wujud. Yeah? So the Quran mostly describes the existence as khalq. It means creation. Or the verb form khalaqa, created. So the very word itself is, if you like, value loaded. It means you have this, yep, this is created. What do you mean? These are glasses. Made in China, most probably. So, no problem. So, no, I have no doubt. So, China, well, all right. But God says, look at this glasses, created glasses. Create means, very simple, something or that which did not exist but now exists. It means that that which is not created did not exist, now being given existence. It is with you now. Yeah, it's a creation. So without realizing, when we use the word creation or the created, some people get alarmed because what they say, if they don't believe in religion, in religion, that's why they think they don't believe in God. So they don't believe in religion, so they identify the idea of God with religion. Religion means really social institutions, so they think they are atheists. It's a wrong word to me. You know, whatever they say, the name doesn't matter, because when you say creation, they are aware more than the people who claim to believe in God. Creation means a conscious, deliberate will, preferring, choosing something to exist, preferring its existence to its non-existence. It is a conscious act. So it definitely requires an agent. So when I say created glasses, it means now it has been given existence by an agent. They say, you are saying God. I don't believe in God. That's why they say, don't use the word creation. Right? But really, the Quran, not only the Quran, all scriptures emphasizes on the importance of this word, and repeats it on many occasions, says, God created the heavens and the earth and then he wanted something to be, the light to be. It said to it, be, and it is light now out there. It means created. Though if you look at the any onlines now, in my youth there was no online. There was the Mu'jam al-Mufaharas. It's the Arabic word, the Arabic kind of concordance, Quranic concordance. So we used to go, okay, khalaqa means kha, la, qaf, lam, qaf. So open the kha, lam, qaf, or all the forms of khalaqa in the book. You have to get the heavy book with you. Anytime when I go, oh God, that book was really torn off. Now I'm not using it. It's there. But sometimes, be honest, sometimes I refer to it still. But there, the khalaqa, if you look at it, you can count. Pages and pages and pages. Every line, one verse. Well, refers one verse. I don't know, maybe 500 times, 600 times mentioned. I'm just guessing now. Mentioned in the Quran. It means the Quran is everywhere khalaqa. Why? The first thing that we have to, if you like, question and then be aware of. If you are not questioning, you can't be aware of. So question, what is it? Why is it? What does it mean? What does it mean here? What does it mean, this word? Then if you question, you have to say, how come that they exist? Now, we are not saying created. that they exist. And then when you start questioning the existence, right? Then you start, can they come by themselves into existence? The very, very first question human mind asks. If you like, you cannot but ask, have to ask. You have to ask this question. You question yourself. The problem to me, to my experience, to my readings and thinking on the subject, the problem is we do not think. And we think we are religious. I don't know. If someone doesn't think, I don't know how can this person be a believer. I don't know. I don't understand for myself. When I don't emphasize on the act of creation right now taking place, I don't really relate myself to God. Because there's no base. I feel myself always in vacuum. This is my personal experience. If I don't concentrate on the act of creation, and this world is created right now in a different world, in a different form. It was different yesterday. It was sunny. Today is cold. You know, I just didn't take my pullover or these call it sweater. So as I came out of the apartment, the building, oh, it's not warm anymore. It has changed. It is a new creation. Why? Because a new existence. It didn't exist yesterday. It exists today. A completely different world for me. So cold is given existence. Wind is given existence. Clouds are given existence. Yeah? The humidity is given existence. Temperature is given existence. Gravity is given existence. You know, the pressure in the air is given existence. Oh God, how many? So you got crazy. You say, God is the exalted. In Arabic, you say, Allahu Akbar. That's it. It's a new existence. So we have to start from there. So the first word that Muhammad received to his questions says, pay attention to existence. You will find creation. When you find the creation, who is the actor, agent? What's going on here? The Creator, that's your Lord. That's the one who sustains you. That's the one who sustains your existence. That's why you sustains everything here. That's the one who hosts you here. Everything's prepared for you. You are in where? Yeah? You are in where? In a cradle. Now the Quran describes the Quran as what? The word as what? Cradle. Yeah? Read the verse. Know which verse is this one. In Ammah. ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال مهدا. What's this? Meht. Which verse was it? Meht. We made this word like a cradle for you. Another form of meht. If you check meht, you will find it. Yeah. In the Quran.
But isn't Ramadan after we had that, it means didn't we prepare
The food,
the earth for you?
You know, meht means cradle, isn't it? ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا. Yeah? The meht. It like prepared everything for you. Furnished everything. You know, furnished, prepared. Like a cradle. It means we are entertained and hosted by we think our parents. Yeah? Ask. As the Quran says, the previous verse says, who created you and your forefathers? Go back. So your forefathers are created to serve you. Created. So the word is very important, created. So we have to speak first, or we have to question existence, and then we have to end up creation. Do you get this process? Starting from existence, and then of course we have to pay attention to existence, whether you are a believer or not, doesn't matter. It's not important. So this exists. Where does the existence come from? And then you go into creation. It means this existence is given, preferred. If it is preferred, it means an agent, conscious agent, and a conscious will. So it will prefer. I put my glasses here. No, I prefer them to be here. Yeah, I am an agent here. It seems to be in this action. So how about bringing into existence needs an agent. That this agent is the one who sustains you. So you read the existence, but now creation. If you have already traveled the second stop in your destination, going in journey. First step is existence. Second step is creation. If you reach that stop in your journey, then you say, the one who created is my Lord. So when you speak to people, human beings, how do you speak? Look at the creation. No. Look at the existence. Because creation omits the first necessary step. It means you are not calling the person to think. You are calling the person to confirm your own conclusion. That's your conclusion. That's your conclusion, not his conclusion. He has to start the journey from existence. And then creation, because it is, if you omit, he will say, you are calling me to religion. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. I didn't say God. But you are saying creator. You see the argument, if you listen or hear or read, they accuse people who claim to have believed in God being prejudiced or biased. Why? Because we start speaking with creation. No. Existence. And then question the existence. If you can solve your question to your existence problem, if you solve without accepting it that this existence is being given existence, or there must be something behind it. And what is that something? Not yet. We are just in the second stop. Yeah, we are just taking the rest area for some. Now it's creation, it's giving. Who can be the agent? Now question that. Then the importance of ism will come. Of course, you know this. Shall I say something that I will tell you again and again and again? When you come to this class, please, as you take off your shoes and put in the rack there, take off your previous knowledge about religion, put there in the rack. And then come in. When you go out, you can wear it again. It's the big obstacle. It's the big obstacle. Yeah? The cultural religion is the biggest obstacle in the way of your journey to God. How, but you might have memorized the Quran by heart, leave it there. When you come out, you can take it again. Don't worry, that no one takes. So it's always assured. So, but we don't want. You want it. You know, it is my religiosity. It's my, if you like, armor. Armor. You know, I believe it. Why I am a member, how do you say in Arabic, hafiz. So I have memorized by rote. Yeah. So it is with me. Excuse me, in your journey doesn't have much, but if you complete your journey, it is a good vehicle, good tool, very good tool. But here we go on journeys. We always question. You know that we always question, and my nasty side comes in the front and questions and puts you into trouble, saying, no, I thought I was a pretty good believer, but I don't know, I never thought of that. So it is a little bit discouraging, disappointment. But anyway, that's why we have to start from scratch. That is important. Another, now, ism. The brother said there are 99 names, etc. Okay? Okay, but the tradition, that's correct. You know, it should be the right while we are here. But now you have to be free. Now, what is that? So why is it related? Because in the journey, in order to go from existence into creation, I have to read what? Existence. Do you understand? I have to read existence. What is that? So I will see some qualities now in the existence. So good shape, very functional, efficient, I will say, or useful, purposeful. Look at the qualities are falling one after another. In the where? In who is going to complete? In the qualities coming to our attention in the carry on. The first time an Egyptian got to write. MashaAllah. So I am afraid that creation would come. So existence. It's a perfect answer. Existence.
The Quran never uses the term existence.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. If you want to carry on, I got the question. So, but you can carry on. So the existence is. Let me tell you one thing, and then come back. What is the first essential attribute of God? Wujud. Wujud Qadam Baka. Didn't you learn when you were 3 years old? No. You know? So, okay. So, Wujud. But Quran is there to give the answer. It is me who will produce or put forward the question. So we should establish an empathy between me and the man. Maybe this man, the person is me as well. My humanity starts from existence. Quran says, creation. Quran is the guide. Quran is the answer. Quran is the response to what? To my question. So what we are doing here, we are starting from scratch so that we won't speak to people who have, to me, never heard what the Quran's message is, saying that, look, I know you because you know the existence, don't you? He says, yeah, their existence, here they are. The things they call. Okay, what are the qualities of these things? So that these qualities need to be explained. Where did they come from? Because they are purposeful, meaningful qualities. Do you understand? So it was the perfect answer. Thank you. As was always, but I just wanted to make a joke. So to people are tired, I think we have a few more minutes. Inshallah, we will study this verse, and we will carry on. This is a very essential subject. Very important. If you say no, we don't. Ramadan is coming. Please tell us the stories about Ramadan. I will tell you a lot, but I say, look at what were you doing? I went to ICNY. What did you do? I wasted my time. So, did you get it? Yeah. It's the wake up, man. Wake up. What are you doing? Ramadan is coming. Please, before Ramadan comes, question existence. Prepare yourself. Get your packages. Everything ready for the journey. Yeah? So after Ramadan comes, you are not ready, so I am going. You are not in Washington. Turn back to our previous example. You are not in Washington, so you are still in New York. What are you doing? You think you are in Washington? Do somebody you have even not moved. So that's why I said I don't want to waste my time. So do something useful. So, Bismillah. Look at the process of, this is a beautiful verse, yeah.
وعلم آدم الأسماء كلها ثم عرضهم على الملائكة فقال انبئوني بأسماء هؤلاء إن كنتم صادقين.
So, we know the story. Of course, we are not going to, not the story really, it's a, if you like, it's a metaphoric teaching of the Quran, which always Quran prefers to teach through parables, through, telling something happened in the past, but related to me now. That's why he's telling me. So this narration says, of course, teaching me and speaking to me, God has taught Adam. What did he teach? What did he teach? Read the translation. Anybody? Yes, please, loudly. Loudly. You are
And he
taught.
taught Adam all the names, then showed them to the angels, saying, Inform me of the names of these, if you are truthful.
So, are you an Adam? Of course, if Quran is speaking to me, I am the Adam. Yeah. So, who is my teacher? Allama means taught, teach, or taught. So, who is my teacher? Yeah. The one who speaks in the Quran, by definition, God. Now, somebody taught me. What did he teach me? All the names. Come on, I don't know. I don't know all the names of this. For example, I don't know how this is called. I don't know. This is called. Really, I don't know what it's called. I don't know. But the Quran, by definition, it means my Creator teaches me. I taught you all the names. Sorry, sir, but I don't know. So I'm a lazy student, I think. No, I taught you all the names. It means, but the names are the problem word. That I understand names of the objects, Well, this is called partition. They love it, most people. So do separatists. So it's good, to separate the people. So separate and swallow. It's good. Make some part of the word ignorant. Okay? So, okay. This is called sealing. That's it. A few words. But in which language? English? Arabic? I don't know which language Adam was speaking. Anybody?
Turkish.
Sorry? Arab, English, Turkish? Maybe, you don't know. If you ask the Turks, they will say, must be Turkish. So, I don't know whether Adam was speaking a particular language or which kind of names it. So, let's be brief. Now, we don't have much time left. Inshallah, we will pray in a few minutes. Don't worry. But now, my Creator I'm a little bit speeding up. No, inshallah, we don't get ticket. Eh? So, speed up. So, my Creator tells me, Ali, I taught you all the names. Wow, I must know all the names. You know that my Creator is speaking to me. So, in my creation, the potentiality within my humanity is that I know all the, this is this, this is that, this is that. I can point out. I can know. Some people say the reality of the objects, the quality of the objects, and the reality of these objects. So angels even didn't know. But in this story, angels said, no, subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. We don't know. So angels in their potentiality don't know all the names, the qualities of everything. They represent only one quality of an object. I can understand within my potentiality all the qualities of the objects. It means if it is round, I know it's round. If it is hard, I know it is hard. I mean, I don't know the lughawi vocabulary. Doesn't matter. If I don't know the language, for example, come here, and I don't know how to speak English, and then you gave me a food. Yeah, what does it mean? I know that it is delicious. You name it, delicious. Another person will say laziz, or another person will use another language, whatever, the person, how do you say, how to put it into a form. But the concept is in everybody, in your potentiality. Which potentiality? Human potentiality, not angelic potentiality. Human potentiality, you are taught every quality of the objects that you are interacting with. In this sense, your potentiality is extra, super, even above the angels that directly, always in worship with God, they say, in the narration. So in the narration it says, the angels say, we always obey you and worship you. Isn't that enough that we are why do you create another person who is going to shed blood on earth? I said, no, but he has some sort of qualities that you never have that. I taught him every quality of understanding the reality of the world. So ism has the how do you say, the meaning or refers to the quality of the things that from this quality human beings will rise up. Yeah. We will say, it is very meaningful. It is purposeful. It functions, for whatever the created things you look at it, the qualities, you cannot really enumerate them, write them down, impossible to finish, endless. All the shelves of the libraries are full of the books which really, whether they are aware of it or not, most of them are aware, they are just narrating or disclosing the qualities of the things in the world, existent things in the world, and they take their decisions. They happen by themselves. It happened to be round. It happened to be hard. It happened to be, functioning in this way. Even if they are living beings, it has this special characteristics, etc., etc. But in reality, they are listing down the endless qualities of the existing things. Now, I can decipher of it. They are human works. Human beings had been given this quality. That's why they can write all the things, and they found out. It is with me. If, for example, I worked in the lab for 10 years, I would find out something new name of a quality in the creation. So Adam is endowed with these endless qualities. كلها ثم عرضهم على الملائكة, so then and then showed them to the angels and saying, inform you of the names of this. It means the angels do not have this quality to be aware of the quality of the existing things. So that we understand now that here, as far as we will go further, and this is the time now for Maghrib, inshallah, for our sunset prayer. So we have to stop here. So the names, we have to go back to the first verse now. Here it is. So, اقرأ باسمي. Now, باسم ربك. You know, read in the name that I know. I am taught. Right? Combine now two verses. So I am aware of the qualities of existence, the existing things. So it is my duty now, whom or who these qualities belong to. I am meditating this quality. Who made it? Is there any accidental thing that I can refer these endless perfect qualities to? If you can, please let me know as well. I wondered, I couldn't find. In the world, can you attribute the quality of your cell, quality of your nerve system, quality of, I don't know, blood vessels, whatever, to, I don't know, to what? In the world? In the world? This is making it. You know, I know the engineers made this laptop. Yeah, it is produced again in China, but China really has a bright future. So, as far as the technology is concerned, most probably, it seems to be. So China made agent. I have some quality thing. It is functioning. It is very useful for me, practical, efficient. So I say the engineers are very bright people and smart people. Okay, how about the quality that I have in the cell? I have in an atom. They exist. What is the reason of existence of these qualities? Then the Quran says, Ism Rabbik. These qualities belong to your sustainer, the one who sustains the existence of this whole universe. He is the one, Alladhi. Alladhi in Arabic, those people who are familiar with Arabic, in the grammar, Alladhi refers to consciousness, awareness. Yeah? Who is, you can say, who is, yeah, who has here created. It means consciously chosen their existence. It's a conscious agent. Do you understand? That's why, the people argue you must be familiar with this design theology or design understanding is baseless or something. Because why? It lacks the first step. Consciousness, preference, yeah? When you start, the designer, where did you get this idea? But I say, no. This is doing something interesting, for example, let's say very useful. or functions in a perfect way. Okay, the perfection I can see that. That is ism, right? This exists. This exists. So I have to find the conscious, preferring choice, deliberate choice behind the existence of this quality. Not the atom itself, not the particle itself, the existence of the quality of the particle. That's why my Creator tells me that He has taught me He has given me the ability to discover the qualities of the existence. Do you understand the process now? So from where God and qualities, ism. From ism, the one who owns, the conscious owner of the one who really gave existence to this quality. Who is the one who, now, the third stage, created the universe. You can say now, these are creatures. Do you understand? These are creatures. This is important. Now we reach the creation side of it. Now it is the third stopping place. Now, third station. So we can rest there, inshallah. So we will go back here, inshallah, this verse. Then human beings, if you want to be superior, thank you. If you want to be superior to angels, you have to be aware of your human qualities. If you are not aware of your human qualities, you cannot really pass, how do you say, there's a word, the angels. Surpass. You can, if someone is not aware of his qualities, he cannot surpass angels. Do you understand? Does it make sense now? Alhamdulillah. So we will be, inshallah, training on it until next Wednesday. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah. It was a little bit, maybe thought-provoking. Yeah, was it? A little bit? No? You found it easy and traditional, or this is what you heard about Iqra? You know, everybody talks about Iqra. No. Yeah, this verse. Now, if it is not new for you, don't bother. Don't come next Wednesday. It's not new. Fine, it's not new. Why do you waste your time to hear and over again same story, which is not really consistent to me? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. That's what angel said. He is teaching me. I don't know. I am not the creator of my own potentialities. It means at the end of each section we keep reading this verse actually. You know, glory be to you. We have no knowledge. It means I am not the source of my own awareness, my own quality. Illa ma'allamtana. That's what you taught me. When we say that that's what we taught me, we say allama asma'a kullaha. You know, allama asma'a kullaha. God taught human beings, allama Adama al-asma'a kullaha. All the names, it means you taught me. Otherwise, I don't have my own will or own source to give my potentiality, to give existence to my potentialities. I use them, but I cannot give them existence. I cannot give existence to them. I'm sorry. Do you understand when we say something? So the angels said this verse at the following verse. Yeah? Do you get it? So it must be new for you as well. It must be new for you as well. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Please call the azan.